G'day guys and welcome to my Escape From Tarkov beginners tips video. I made this video because I have a lot of people that come into chat on a regular basis and ask the same sort of questions like, I just got this game, do you have any tips? There's the standard responses that people give, and people in chat give the same responses a lot of the time, and it's learn the maps, ammo is important, learn the spawns, things like that, pick one map. And I thought about it, and obviously that stuff is really helpful, and there's a bunch of amazing guides out there that really will help you. But I thought about the stuff that really helped me pick up the game quite quickly. In my first wipe, get Kappa, compete in tournaments, get to like a competitive level, and playing things like the Pestily Punisher tournament and stuff like that. And I thought about these key points, and I've decided to put them all into a video, and I really hope they help you guys today. It might even help some of the veterans, who knows. But thanks so much for watching. Hope you guys enjoy, and big love. The first point I want to talk to you guys about today is learning your hotspots and your way of navigating maps. This is a little bit of a two-pronged approach. First one, learning the hotspots. If you think about each map that you learn to play, customs is the standard one that most new players learn to play on. There's hotspots on customs, and what I mean by that is the areas that have higher tier loot or are commonly crossed by players or commonly contested. For example, on customs, the easy answer would be the dorms. The dorms buildings on customs are a hotspot. You usually, majority of raids, you go to dorms, there's a high chance that you're going to run into a player. Learning these hotspots and either going to them and learning the hard way and fighting, or learning to navigate around them, is really important for your success rate early on. Now, the second part of this is learn your way of navigating around maps. There's a general consensus of how to rotate around maps from different spawns and where you start and where you have to extract to. What I suggest people do early on, and what really helps me, is learning your own route. Set your own route that may cross a hotspot if you really want to, if you want to risk it each time, or set your route that avoids those hotspots. But you can also loot and get the full experience of the game along the way. Honestly, taking a raid to move around the map, get some loot, shoot a couple of scabs, maybe shoot a player, or maybe even just avoid players, and then getting out for an extract is a huge confidence boost for players early on. And I recommend learning your way of navigating the maps. Obviously, people tell you all the time, and they may have already told you at this point, to have a map up ready to go. But honestly, if you can learn the hotspots of the map and how to navigate it through in your own way that's comfortable and familiar, it'll help you guys a lot. The next point I want to talk to you guys about is moving in intervals. Useful movement and useful pauses. That's basically exactly what it sounds like. You want to move through the map, loot, do your thing, but take a break from doing that every now and then, because that break gives you the opportunity to gather information, which I'll talk a little bit more about in the next point. But moving in intervals is huge. Move across the map, navigate, pause, listen, gather information, move again. It's quite simple, but it will help you massively going forwards. You make noise when you move around, but so does everybody else. Don't mistake silence and being stealthy with productive movement. Moving to a position to give yourself more observation and more chance to gather information can be extremely helpful. That leads me on to my next point. Play for information. Information in Escape from Tarkov is absolutely crucial. There's two types of information you're going to have from the moment you start your raid to the moment you leave the raid, whether that be by death or extraction. One is audio, and the other one is visual. Audio being everything that you hear within the raid, and visual being everything that you see. These might seem really, really obvious, and you're probably wondering, why is he telling me this? But trust me, understanding, having a knowledge of the specifics of each of these types of information and knowing how to act on them is absolutely massive to your success rate in Escape from Tarkov. Audio can be as simple as understanding footsteps on different surfaces, near or far away, to as precise and as advanced as understanding a certain type of gun being shot, how to push that type of gun based on its strengths and weaknesses, and understanding how you can get the advantage just by simply hearing that gun being shot. Visual is things as simple as seeing a scab's dead body and knowing that you didn't shoot it or your teammate didn't shoot it. Doors open, to as advanced as bullet holes in walls on certain angles and understanding that that might be where somebody's shooting from and has killed people from, and you might be in that line of fire. It really does get that advanced, but these are all things that you'll learn over time. My main point here is adjusting your playstyle to play for that information. Move around, see the information, digest it, and don't just pass it off. Information in Escape from Tarkov will help you survive. The next point I want to talk to you guys about is composure prevails. Clear thinking and decisive thinking is much better than panicking, freaking out, and making silly decisions under stress. That's a lot easier said than done, but oftentimes what I've found and what I think you'll find is that if I compose myself in the moment and actually take a second to breathe and think, I make a much better and more informed decision based on the information that I've gathered that leads to a better success rate. This doesn't always happen and we all make mistakes, but honestly, Tarkov is a situational game, and understanding and being composed in different situations is going to help you have a better success rate. The last point I want to talk to you guys about is enjoy the journey. It's really easy to stray from the enjoyment of Escape from Tarkov, especially when you're learning. But Tarkov is really unique in the way that all of those lows and woes that you go through can be cancelled out and taken away by one amazing high. You could go through 5 to 10 raids, get slapped around quite a lot, and then have one raid where you wipe the lobby or you get out with some awesome loot or have an awesome moment, and that really makes it all worthwhile. The risk versus reward nature in this game has created some of the most epic moments I've ever had in a video game. I hope you guys get to experience that. That's all for this one today, guys. Thank you so much for watching. If you did enjoy the video, liking, commenting, and subscribing all really helps me out as a content creator. Plenty more videos to come. Thanks for watching again, and big love.